Hello and welcome to Mangatory96, and today we're going to talk about is it wrong to try and pick up girls in a dungeon. Today's topic will be the best known members of the warrior and woman only race, the Amazones, with me covering Aisha, Tiona and Tione in this video. But before we start, here's the spoiler warning, as I will spoil a lot of things in this video, so if you don't want to be spoiled, I would highly recommend that you're going to read the light novel, as it is an enjoyable read. For everyone else, let's start with who Aisha is. Aisha Belka is a member of the Hermes Familia and a former executive member of the Ishtar Familia who commanded the Berbera. She is reliable and is known to adopt a sisterly attitude to those she decides to support, such as Haruhime. Her character is known for her courage, even going as far as to destroy the first killing stone despite knowing that it was necessary for her familia's plans and she would face the wrath of Ishtar. After the incident, Ishtar charmed her, making her unable to disobey the goddess even if the orders conflicted with her own personal convictions. Once Ishtar returned to heaven, Aisha returned to normal. As an Amazoness, Aisha has an interest in breeding with strong men. However, like the rest of her kin, she just won't go for any man that proves to be stronger than her, having a type of her own. She has openly expressed a deep liking for men of strong character and the ecstasy that they produce to her, stating it to be the reason she can't stay away from them. Though she has recently taken particular liking for Belle, she doesn't restrain herself and still keeps constantly looking for other men to have sex with. Her straightforward and lustful behavior puts her at odds with more reserved races, such as elves, whose approach to relations she finds boring. She possesses a deep feeling of fellowships with her comrades and friends and won't ever back down if it's to protect them, having stood against some of Auraria's strongest adventurers in order to do so. She is still in contact with all of them, even though they are no longer from the same familia and likes spending time with them, often going out with them and keeping abreast of their situations. Aisha also has a great pride, as she didn't doubt to face Beta when he offended her and her friends, even though he was level 6, refusing to give up even after he utterly defeated them. As for her abilities, Aisha is a skilled hand-to-hand combatant, employing a dance-like fighting style and moving fluidly while using her legs to deliver powerful long-range attacks. She is also proficient in the use of her Podo, which she often uses as her primary weapon. Her combat ability is such that it surpasses that of Aki, who is considered one of the best level 4 adventurers in Orario. Aisha demonstrated some commanding skills during her time in the Ishtar Familia as commander of the Berbera and when she commanded Hestia's Familia's expedition party in their fight against Alambot. As for her relationship with Belle, she initially developed an interest in Belle when she encountered him in the entertainment district due to how attractive he was, which became stronger when she discovered who he was. After Belle discovered that Haruhime was gonna be sacrificed, she asked him if he was disposed to save her, even if that meant becoming Ishtar's Familia's enemy, and mocked him when he was unable to answer, telling him that he wasn't a man. Later, Belle came back and along with Mikoto destroyed the killing stone. Once he had finished with it, he stood in front of Aisha and expressed his resolve to save Haruhime, much to her approval. After the incident was over, she let Haruhime join the Hestia Familia and made Belle promise her that he would take care of Haruhime. Since then, they have a good relationship, with Belle trusting her and her abilities the same way she trusts him. Having lost her chance to sleep with him when they first met, Aisha considers him a lost prey and often acts very bold when interacting with him. She will go along with the quest and a request by him in order to coerce him into having sex with her as a means of payment. As he proved himself to save her, Aisha wants him to marry Haruhime. As for her relationship with Ishtar, she disapproved of Ishtar's plan to sacrifice Haruhime, going as far as to destroy the first killing stone they had to prevent it from happening. After this, Ishtar had her beaten by Piranha and then charmed her, making Aisha unable to disobey her orders. Due to all this, she held a certain resentment against her goddess. Once Ishtar was sent back to heaven, Aisha came back to normal. Moving on to Tiona. Tiona Hiriote is a first-class adventurer and an executive member of the Loki Familia. She is the younger twin of the Hiriote sisters. Tiona is an overly energetic Amazoness who likes teasing people, but is a caring friend. She's a very friendly woman who can easily break the ice and strike up a conversation with even the most difficult and closed-off people like fleas. She isn't the type to use her brain, which she admits herself, and is unable to read the mood. She genuinely doesn't like to put much thought into things and prefers to keep everything simple. She enjoys fighting and has been noted to be a berserker in combat. She often acts rashly and impulsively, such as when she charged at Virja despite Finn's warning. Unlike most of her race, she has no general interest in the opposite gender, having never tried to seduce a single man. She also has a complex about her chest size compared to other women. She is more flexible and caring than her sister, as she doubted it was okay to fight the Xenos, as they supported and cared for each other, even letting Vinnie go after seeing her save a child. Tiona is fond of hero stories, a taste she developed in Telskura since they were the only source of entertainment, and is almost just as knowledgeable about this topic as Belle is. In particular, she really likes the Argonaut story, which made her laugh a lot the first time she read it. The tale eventually became Tiona's favorite as she continued to grow up in Telskura due to being a comfort she could turn to even in the worst of times. Due to the importance and role that the story had in her life, Tiona ended up adopting the Argonauts' philosophy of always smiling no matter how severe her situation was. This attitude is not to support herself but her way of trying to bring joy to others and help them overcome the difficult problems they face and a hard experience they have been bringing them the same happiness that the story brought to her. She tenderly cares for her loved ones and is willing to do whatever it takes to protect them. After seeing how severely Tione was affected by killing Seidels, she became determined to prevent her from going through something similar again. Whenever she was assigned to kill a roommate of hers, Tiona will go with Kali to take her sister's place, dutifully undertake the task despite her own fondness for them. Furthermore, she has shown to possess great mental strength as she endured killing all of her roommates, and she has remained steadfast in her decisions to always keep a positive front. As for her past, Tiona and Tione were born in Teleskira and were forced to join the Kali Familia from the moment they were born. Both sisters didn't know who their parents were, but they knew that they were sisters. She reached level 2 on the same day Tione did after killing an Amazones she knew in a fight to the death. Soon after, both sisters became students to Argana and Bache. Around a year after reaching level 2, Tiona found her first hero story. The day before her 7th birthday, Tiona asked Kali to let her and Tione leave the country, which Kali granted a couple of days later, much to the sisters' surprise. The sisters traveled across the land, temporarily joining a different familia for a year, during which both sisters reached level 3. They arrived at Torario years later, when they were 12 years old. After agreeing to join the familia of the adventurer that defeated them, they proceeded to defeat Aaron that challenged them, only to lose to Finn and Garrett when they were challenged by the Loki familia. Following a dungeon expedition they went on shortly after joining, both sisters reached level 4. After her relationship with Belle, Tiona has a friendly relationship with Belle. She has been interested in him ever since witnessing him defeating the Minotaur. She calls him Argonaut since his fight reminded her of her favorite fairy tale hero. She also went out to tell Garrett and Tsubaki about how cool Belle was. She was even willing to help train him with ice for the war game and cheer him on. Both share a deep love for fairy tales and hero stories, both also being very knowledgeable on that subject. As for her relationship with Tione, Tiona has a good relationship with her sister and often trains and spends time with her. As twin sisters, they care for each other, though Tiona has an inferiority complex about the difference in their breast size. In their childhood, after seeing how much it hurt Tione to kill their friend Zeldas, Tiona would secretly protect Tione by voluntarily to kill their roommates whenever the need arose. Moving on to Tione. Tione Ryota is a first-class adventurer and executive member of the Loki familia. She is the older twin of the Ryota sisters. Tione is in love with Finn and gets angry when other women try to flirt with him. She used to use dirty language but cleaned it up after meeting Finn. However, her language returns to normal whenever she gets angry. Despite her usual calm demeanor, which she tends to maintain in an attempt to be Finn's type of woman, she is actually extremely easy to provoke and aggressive. Once she gets angry in a battle, she begins to fight in a more violent and reckless manner without worrying about her injuries. Tiona commented that it is not possible to calm her down when she gets like this, though Finn has shown to be capable of doing so. As for her relationship with Finn, Tiona is madly in love with Finn after being defeated by him. Due to her love for Finn, she puts effort into keeping her language clean and desperately tries to make herself into a woman he would like. Finn honors her feelings but doesn't return them. With this, I covered everything that I wanted to cover on Aisha, Tiona and Tione. And that'll be all for this video. If you like this video, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments below or subscribe to the channel for more manga reviews and One Piece content. And until next time, take care.